All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Yankees Recap. This is where we recap all the latest news, updates, and everything going on in the Yankee community. I am recording this coming off a much-needed 14-1 victory over the Boston Red Sox, and really what was a perfect bounce back to a pathetic performance the night before, and kind of just really like the previous 10 games or so. And while no part of me was like in panic mode, I think it's clear that improvements can be made. And that's like the optimistic approach I've been taking. I mean, I'm always kind of like a natural optimist with this stuff. I don't really like to see the bad in things, but sometimes you have to. The optimistic approach that I'm taking to this whole thing is it's literally happening at the most convenient time because the trade deadline is right on the corner on August 2nd. So Brian Cashman will have the opportunity to fix some or all of what is kind of some glaring holes now with the Yankees. To me, it's kind of obvious. Front end starter, I would go out and get, ideally, Luis Castillo. There's also Frankie Matas on the market. Get a front end starter, an outfielder to replace Joey Gallo. I think that one we all can agree on. And then I think you can have a conversation about shortstop, where IKF's defense has not been as advertised, has not only been not even decent, it's been below average. It's been bad, and of course he doesn't provide really much with the bat. Now, granted, he does make contact, and that is like nice, but when your OPS is like 650 and he's like an OPS plus guy at like 85, I think he is hitting the ball better. I'll give him credit on that, but like it's not like his bat is making up for defense that isn't good. And the reason we brought him here is to literally just play solid D. Hasn't been doing that, so there's an option to upgrade even internally with Oswald Peraza. I'm all for it. But we're not here to talk about the trade deadline in this video. That's just where I'm at with the Yankees' struggles recently. For all we know, it could be over with the Yankees' blowout win, and a big part of that was Matt Carpenter. His unreal season continues after hitting 2 home runs against Boston and driving in 7. His slash line through 30 games is nuts, up to an incredible 360, 473, 933. That's of course average on base slugging. He has 13 homers, 30 RBI, an OPS plus of 285. Yes, 285. And guys, check out this stat. Matt Carpenter of the Yankees is the second MLB hitter in the modern era to have a slugging percentage over 1 dot over 20 starts of the season. The other one is Barry Bonds. He did it in 2004, and it's got to be nuts for this guy. I mean, he just went from his career looking like he was on the verge of being over, getting DFA'd by the Texas Rangers, to now all of a sudden putting up unreal numbers for the best team in baseball, wearing Yankee pinstripes, getting curtain calls in front of a packed Yankee Stadium. And there's, not that there ever was, but there's no debate. This guy has to be in the lineup every single day, and that's kind of the only real problem with Carpenter, right? Is that trying to get him in the lineup every day, it is tough. You know, he's an infielder on a team that already has too many infielders, and we saw his outfield play the other night. It was definitely shaky, just like you'd expect a guy for a guy who has no experience out there. It's fine, it's not on him, but the Yankees had to fit him in the lineup in some way, shape, or form. And I'll tell you what, the way things are trending, Josh Donaldson is not going to be an everyday player, at least offensively. And with DJ playing as well as he is at third base, like elite defense, you can bench him and then have Carpenter DH. I have what I consider to be, at least according to the Yankees' current active roster before any trades or anything, this is what I consider to be the Yankees' best possible lineup they could put out. DJ LeMahieu leading off playing third, Aaron Judge batting second playing center, Anthony Rizzo playing first batting third, Giancarlo Stanton cleaning up playing right field, Matt Carpenter DHing batting fifth, Gleyber Torres batting sixth playing second, Aaron Hicks batting seventh and playing left, Jose Trevino catching and batting eighth, and then I got Marwin Gonzalez as the everyday shortstop. Not that that's going to be a thing. That's not who IKF, if there is going to be a replacement, that's not who it's going to be. But if I were, the way I wrote up this lineup was like 1-game playoff mindset, and in a 1-game playoff right now, Marwin Gonzalez is my starting shortstop. Not even from an offensive standpoint, because Marwin hasn't been like anything crazy. He's definitely been better than IKF, no doubt. But the thing that matters to me is what I was saying in the beginning of the video, the defense. I don't like, my stomach doesn't fall into a pit when I see Marwin Gonzalez go to field a ground ball. There's a better chance he fields the ball and a better chance he actually makes a competent throw to first base. No diss on IKF, great dude. He's also very accountable, which I love. But in a 1-game playoff right now, Marwin Gonzalez is my shortstop, no doubt. But let me know how you guys feel about that lineup. Comment down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Some other notes before we wrap up. Aaron Judge, 3 for 3 on Saturday with the 32nd and 33rd homer. That ties Roger Maris's American League record for most homers before the break. Judge is now on pace for only 59, though. You know, had a couple days off, and of course a slump that was kind of an extended slump. One of the worst slumps we've seen at a Judge, to be honest. But it appears he's out of that now, and he hits multi-homers galore, so I'm sure he'll get back over pace to hit 61. If I was a betting man, I would still bet for him to break 61. Another note, Luis Severino will be shut down for 2 weeks. To me, this is good news. You know, seeing that his velocity was like down like 93, 94 the other day, and he comes out in like the second inning. I thought we were headed for much worse, also considering, you know, his injury history. Shut him down for 2 weeks, assuming there's no setbacks. You shut him down for 2 weeks. Maybe he might have a rehab start, maybe not, but he's probably going to be looking at Luis Severino missing him for about a month. Could have been way worse, so honestly, I'll take that as a W. Miguel Castro shut down for 4 weeks. His return, that's probably more so towards like early to mid-September, but the Yankees have a lot of bullpen depth, and with Ron Marinaccio about to be coming back, and they could always make a move at deadline if they're that concerned about it. We'll be just fine in that department. Jason Dominguez, the Yankees' number 4 prospect, he got promoted to High A today and celebrated by hitting an absolute bomb in the Futures game, which the inning before he made an error and everybody was roasting him. Then very quickly he shut them up with just I don't know how many feet it was, but it was a piss missile off the bat. Also, their number 3 prospect, Ken Waldichuk, he was there, got the save for the American League Futures team. And then their number 1 in Anthony Volpe was there as well, and he's clearly ready for a promotion to AAA. There should be a whole domino effect here because with IKF struggling, and you guys know how I kind of feel about him, Oswald Peraza, who's been hitting cover off the ball recently in AAA, that's the Yankees shortstop, one of their shortstop prospects, call him up to the big leagues, and then following that would be Anthony Volpe to AAA, because this dude deserves a promotion. Since the start of June, he's batting .312 with a .985 OPS, 7 homers, and 20 RBIs. Overall on the year, he's up to an .812 OPS and a .122 OPS plus, after he had a pretty slow start. And get this, the dude has 35 stolen bases in 77 games, which is just nuts. I mean, like, I understand it's AA, but 35 stolen bases, that's like, at the very least, that shows how quick this dude is. And like, come big leagues time, like, we might be looking at a guy that could hit 40, join the 40-40 club, to be honest. But yeah, that's to do it for this video, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. I am hopping on a plane to Miami the day this comes out, which is Sunday. I'm not sure what the situation is going to be with like game highlights today, to be honest, because I might be on a plane, but I'll keep you guys in the loop on the community tab. Follow Dan O'Rourke on Twitter. Follow Yankees Avenue on Instagram. Subscribe here if you are new. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed. And yeah, I think we're out of that little slump for the Yankees, guys. Same with Judge. Things are feeling good. All-Star break coming up. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Let's go, Yankees.